government forces, killing almost 6,000 people and displacing many others. Now it's emerged that their cause is led and supported by two men living in Minnesota in the United States. The two, who are naturalized U.S. citizens, are leaders of the Ambazonia Defense Forces, the military wing of the Separatist movement, and were indicted last week by federal prosecutors. U.S. prosecutors say the two men were allegedly planning attacks on local civilians and officials in Cameroon. If convicted, they could face life in prison. Meanwhile, the militants have declared a 3-week lockdown in Cameroon's English-speaking nations. The BBC correspondent, Paul Njie, is in the capital, Yaoundé, and I began by asking him to tell us about these two men who've been indicted in the U.S.
So the two men indicted in the U.S. are Benedict Kwa and Pascal Wongbi. These are men who are resident in the United States. They are naturalized citizens, but of Cameroonian origin, and they are said to be leaders of the Ambazonia Defense Forces. That's the military wing of the Ambazonia Governing Council. And, U.S. federal officials said that these two were using the United States as a base for their operations, to facilitate killings, bombings, maimings, abductions back in Cameroon.
So the reason this is all happening is because, there's a francophone part of Cameroon, which is, I assume, the larger one and more represented perhaps, and also there is an anglophone part of the country. Just give us the context around why and how this is happening, and also who the Ambazonia are.
So there's currently an armed conflict going on in the English-speaking part of the country, and as you rightly said, Cameroon is a bilingual country with both French and English as the main or official languages, and so the Francophone part makes up about 80%, while the Anglophone part makes up about 20%, and there have been a growing perception of marginalization of the Anglophone minority by the Francophone-dominated government, and so that led to some clashes by separatists. It began really as some form of protests or strike actions by Anglophone lawyers and teachers, but that later morphed into an armed conflict where separatists also took up arms in 2017 to say they are fighting for a breakaway state. So basically these are the things that have led to that. Since then, separatists have imposed a boycott on education. Economic activities have been grounded as a result of that, and about 6,000 people have been killed and thousands or hundreds of thousands more displaced.
Okay, so what role then do these two accused play in the Anglophone part of Cameroon?
Yeah, so they are being accused of conspiring to kill, kidnap, maim, and injure people abroad because they are based in the US, so they are seen as those commandeering the actions on the ground from the English-speaking regions. And, they are accused of spearheading the kidnap of people, of local officials, and civilians. So basically, they are part of just a wider group of armed groups in this Anglophone region that have been accused of rights abuses and atrocities. And people believe that with their indictment in the US, it now will open the way for several other cases. But I should note that this is not, the first case of indictment in the US of people accused of links with the crisis back home.
If you could tell us about Ambazonia and also who the Ambazonia Defense Forces are and their role in this case.
So Ambazonia is the name that the separatist movements have attributed to the country which they seek to create, and they believe that the English-speaking minority deserves to be under that single establishment, but the Cameroonian government has been categorical in its denial that the country is seceding. So the government has said that Cameroon remains one and indivisible, and that, there is no room for separation, but the separatists say that they do not belong to the country where there is the marginalization. So you see there is this conflicting view, and since 2017 when they declared their independence, they believe that they are in control of the English-speaking regions, and that's why they are able, in their view, to order lockdowns, to order ghost towns, and to order that schools be shut. And of course, they believe that that's their own way of assuming control.
Just paint us a picture of, what life is like in the Anglophone parts of, Cameroon, where this group is said to be in control.
It's interesting, Charles, that we're having this conversation right now because as we speak, there's currently a lockdown in the English-speaking parts of the country imposed by the Separatists to forestall school resumption. This, they believe, is to be done for the next 3 weeks. They are saying that they do not want the school system commanded by the government in Yaoundé, to have an influence over the people in the English-speaking regions. That's why they are putting this lockdown to show that they still have some level of control. And basically, when they call for lockdowns, what it means is that the economic activities will be grounded, circulation will also be brought to a halt, and schools will be shut, businesses, premises shut. And that's the reality here. Although I should note that as things stand, while a majority of the schools in the English-speaking regions remain shut, there are a few that are open, notably some government-run institutions and some private and confessional schools that are opening, but the attendance is dismal and not as compared to that of schools in the francophone regions of the country, which have gained steam and which have fully resumed.
So for these people, ordinary people that are affected in the way that you've described, do they feel just as strongly that there needs to be a separate country for them?
To be honest, Charles, it depends on who you ask. There are those split within the lines, some who are of the opinion that there needs to be a united country. There are others who believe that the country should have been united but in a federal system. And then there are those who believe that, well, if things aren't working, the only way is to go their separate ways.
The BBC's correspondent, Paul Njie, in the Cameroonian capital, Yaoundé. This is Focus.
They arrest him.
Maestro, Doctor, Chairman, Capo Daniel, the master of the situation. Capo, Nahanapa, listen, my brother, you be very, very dangerous witness for this case, for this Southern Cameroonian struggle. And I go tell you something. Whatever thing we don't do, when it don't wash you out of this problem, if in a real effect you don't be washed out of this problem, you be star. Yes, whatever negotiation where they negotiate with you for put you for the position where it don't clean you out of this mess, you be star. But remember, say you'll be the most effective witness for Ambazonia struggle. I mean, don't tell AGovC from some time. That way they will start make that noise about you and say, you people should go out there and beg Capo Daniel. That's what I told them. Go out there and beg this guy so that this guy can understand that he is the worst danger for you people. Yes, because your level of operation for AGovC that one way, you cannot be a witness in a case that concerns AGovC and you are not taken serious. Yeah, me they forget about that fact where they talk say you will be part of the empire. Man, they be part of cartel. Now you they go report cartel and now you they give evidence for court about that cartel, even though everything where they be doing be the inside. I mean, even they don't understand it, that's where they work, that's where they work. Even the highest member for cartel, when he snitch, he shows he get to give evidence. That evidence is accepted at 1000%. Why? Because he was part of the crew. So me they don't begin to check say, oh, because Capo don't do so, because Capo be there inside that way anything everything happen, Capo evidence no will make sense. No, una better not even think that way. But I don't tell una, I don't want AGovC. Capo, I don't want AGovC that way they start make noise about you. Say, I beg una don't make noise about Capo because the thing they una don't do them, they over nasty. And una know, say the worst thing that say me one of una stand for some court of law for justify that thing and say that una do am. Bring proof because Capo Daniel will get proof. Capo Daniel will get proof. Sometimes una no. Capo Daniel will get proof. Sometimes una no say Capo Daniel will get proof for the way they talk am. So I really sorry una. Capo, my brother, they don't break since for inside Ambazonia struggle. But that would talk say they don't break. They insult and insult them. That way you be there for day. Would tell they say no, they talk the way Capo they talk, so no na fine talk. They insult we. But when you come out, they can start insult you as well. So now people they will not trust them. These are people that you cannot trust. People that you cannot be with. You know, be with the kind of people them. Because the day when you step back one step, all money can be a hit. So at the end of the day, why you get to be for some place where even when you realize that place not be fine place, they don't leave you go.
Look, whatever deal they give Capo, it is still in terms of character weakness. In terms of character weakness, it's a very bad thing because Capo himself executed the orders. Capo himself directed certain actions. There are videos, speeches where Capo himself was claiming that he said that he did that. So on the other hand, when they want a bigger fish, they always come to the smaller one and say, let's strike a deal. Let's strike a deal and let's have this. That's what's happening. So,
hey, Jesus man, now you're not big brother. I hope you do well. But we'll be honest so that when we talk the thing, so we'll talk the thing they understand. Yes, when you give information, your character no matter. When you give information, your character no matter, especially information about murder, theft, and all that in empire, your character no really matter. All which will be, me the one see I win, your evidence, me corroborate with the evidence for the thing they define them. Your character no really matter. You understand, no? Yes, muno fool people there for years on time. Capo Daniel no credible witness. No, Capo Daniel is a very credible witness. Witness of the facts. It be part of that crime now. So if he don't cut on deal, where he go give the information where they need them for persecute people, them the guy no get any problem. You see, no, the guy no get any problem. He no get any problem because all what he need to do now present the fact the way they will be collaborated by which way they define them for persecute the people them. You want to do how you want do? You want persecute? You want cash 50 people them where they dey 51 leave one free, or you want deny the thing where the one go talk where you go make you cash the other 50.
your character matter because you will be among. You will be one of the engineers. But now you remain like say you not be engineer. You remain like say you not be. Now that one way they call and say snitchism. That means say your character matters a lot. Because if na man way if you just get info, if you be just being an outsider way get info, you dey talk. That one dey different. But not that say you partake, then you come now cancel the other people them for back. Character matters. Yeah, not powerful. Character matters.
Jesus man, your character matter. That way they accuse you, you dey defend yourself. Your character matter. But when you represent now wait away the picture for that crime where they want catch the people then they, your character no matter. Now why the way they decide that whether they take G for you because they know say you day of that you day of doubtful character no. Yeah, even if they be accused Capo na accuse them for court, then Capo go begin the argue say no, I go tell you na say na these people they be do so. No, then your character go matter. But when you get you out of it, talk say okay, are they ready for give una information about how the operation be passed? You see the people they come for court, they can't agree say they say they do that in them. They go deny, they say they don't do them. So na Capo a place. The only person who help the court to give the court the information, the court will understand the gravity for that particular thing where they try to bring her out. So, a character not really matter for that case. You see, that the facts the way if the one bring a matter, because the talk say I know be dead, also no commit the crimes. He talk how they commit the crimes, who will be involved with the crime. You see, might not see. So, you want which kind of witness you want them for America? You want witness where he go talk exactly what happened now, even if he be part of that thing. So I don't think say Capo Daniel get any problem for character for give evidence. No, he no get problem for character.
Jesus man, na say na two school of thought dey now. Eh? When you work under criminal justice system, but inside criminal justice system, when they get an insider where if he locate all the other criminals them, that very person he sign concession for deliver. That concession, if he reduce his sentences, it depends on how he don't sign the concession for provide the evidence. And if he provide all the evidence, and then the evidence collaborate with the standard way they take and catch the other people dem, they go reduce the sen ten ce. No be the matter of whether e be part of or e no be part of wey be point of concern that time. The criminal department need na for see how they fit get the other one, because if e no be there for sign that concession, provide us evidence, they no go get the other one. So na so e dey for inside criminal justice situation. So you see am. So leave the part for character. The part for character for fit calm if na criminal justice be go catchy. But if they no be go catchy na catchy, but na different person assign you or they assign you to provide that service as a lead man for inside the gang, he accept to provide the service. No be all people dey catch them o. No be all people dey catch them for inside the kind game. This is how cartel games are managed and are arranged. No be all cartel gangs are being caught. The people the way they provide credible information for catch the big cartel gang, they dey get concession dem, many kind of concession dem dey. Anyway, we will just discuss this thing I discuss because we no know the other side of the agreement.
No, me I dey talk for where level, at the level of Yi, Capo, and Ambazonia, because at that moment it dey lose credibility, because e no fit stand again for talk about Ambazonia problem, except say mean say Ambazonia problem don be finished and resolved. Na cadavere now. You understand? Na two way me I mean that. I no mean say for me, it be a credible witness. It be a credible witness. Why? Because it be for inside. So it be okay. It be a credible witness. If you believe it, but the fact say he separate himself for go do so. Why anybody get for trust it tomorrow for stand for with you for anything? You understand? A couple of times, every time where they be organized conference, whether Swiss or Canada, once money change hand, people they pinch and tell me say, these people they do so, they don't do and so, they don't give and so, or they don't do so, they don't do so. Be careful. At once, like Canada, me I have to attend Canada because I be no say the thing they go on. Nobody know for drive me. I for go there. Even though, because when I first relay and say meeting will take place for Canada, now my own many people they stand saying a lie. Nothing will be like that one. You lie. You be a man of God. You should at least try to speak the truth. Then now they can realize say, okay, the thing really be true. Then after now, when I come about money, they say I'm not trying to tarnish people their character, blah 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 blah. But the people where they give me the information now for tell me say be careful with this person, be careful, because according to the outsider way they see you when they take money, they think say this so when they take the money for sell the other people there they genuine, and so they get for big concern for their lives. You understand? Powerful. I agree with you. Me, I talk at the level of, I need to talk at the level of the law. At the level of the law, Capo na credible witness because he be among them. If he be na chef bandi, he's safe. So, if he be there. But the thing I say, he said he still talk say, he the Ambazonia, he fight for the struggle. So, if he fight for the struggle, then where they believe say na he sell or he still sell the other people then. Why anybody fear ever she done for meeting with ye? Because when you there for a group, you get some time where people will make mistakes. And those mistakes they already do, they stay within that group and within those people them. You understand? Those mistakes where people already do, where they be genuine mistakes them, they stay within that group. So, oh yeah, Master.
No, since that way instead he give evidence, you know the year he be talking about Povia. You know remember that day where he be talk say he send thank you for Povia. He be don't raise switch. You don't understand. I say some people they follow the guy and they know. It is a why they talk about devolution. It talk about devolution. Devolution still fall under Tiwe Kabila be the talk and Isa Churuma. We fall under that Tiwe they call and say communal liberalism. Yes, now the agenda where they at play. So it work according to the modus operandi. Yeah, my man. He don't care about the credibility of we Ambazonia. He don't sit there on that track. But the problem I say a smart guy. Where the player now only now if he follow he talk from point A to point B go see him because he mix him so that you because he knows we get na one bar. He knows we get na one bar now guy will rock majority of these Ambazonians they might tell you we know the reason we like person where if we talk organized thing for brain we know the reason majority of Ambazonians they just did that for follow. So now why that? If you follow the guy them, you follow and fine. You see, if you don't talk you for inside it's in the all. It is a man who go talk thank you for Pobian and security. Even that audio the way they be the common, it be the toxin now that audio the way they come out, they be talk about that money. If you say na he be making the audio then come on, na he be put the audio aside. So if you see the kind of thing the way he say they do him, it already show you who's the way it's stand up now because now life matter. He say the person the place so you know. He fight for life. For ye now for life. Now we will be one bad. Now we know to understand. Now we get problem.
Ambazonia problem.
Hey, my dear brother, my dear big brother, Jesus man. Yeah, even for you know say, even now we will get caught. We want try people there for this struggle. We no will give no D for any man or we'll give D for Capo Daniel. We don't give D for Capo Daniel because these facts are very stubborn facts that we know about. You understand, no? And some man no day when you go claim say Capo get any dust for credibility. Where if he talk say, oh no, this you know be the way. Oh, Capo be just there for this place. You know be get anything for do this. No, we cannot say that. No, we don't walk with Capo through this wilderness. And Capo was the most effective machine that AGovC had. AGovC no ever can get some machine with like Capo Daniel. The guy is a genius. Capo Daniel is a genius. When you look at Capo Daniel, he playbook for the whole of this shit, you will understand say that guy is a genius. So Capo no ever mortgage himself for me, for my eye, or for your eye, or for some other Southern Cameroonian eye. You understand? Yes. Fast forward, if Capo Daniel stand a witness for a case against anybody for this struggle, any AGovC member, now why that talk say internationally, Capo Daniel credibility no matter because Capo Daniel can talk say I was not a criminal, I was not part of this gang, or I did not take part in these crimes. No, the camp can explain how the crime be happen, who play which part, which of course you know how the own part will play. But if you don't cut deal, they don't look the credibility in terms of whether he be there or not. They only look at whether the thing the way they talk and they be collaborated. It get text the way they collaborate that thing, events and the way they collaborate that thing, other witnesses and the way they repeat that same thing when they talk. That's all what they need to have. Prove them there how they be take money, how they be do money take money for the Mundi, who will give the money, they will receive the money for outside. You know that kind of information on them. If to say you know be inside that cartel. Now only member for that cartel will get that information. Because the people they defend and they deny and I say they don't even be involved for any of that crime them. None of them know go grieve for court not true I be big part for this crime, but they do it because of self-defense. No, none of them know talk that kind of thing because I don't think they say me they understand the theory for self-defense. The theory for self-defense no mean I say you get to deal for some different place, the defense of one for some different place. No, you get to be at risk self. You get to be at risk self. Then you defend yourself. You know, being I say you talk say you defend your people. What you do, how you qualify that for your people. So some of these small things and they way you know some the guy they go talk for court master. Na way no court no the way they would enter with that thing but they go run with them. They go run over them. Yes. So at the end of the day, I dey pray say me no man no get into serious problem because of the issue them. But when we don't tell them already say people they will get in trouble because of this thing them. When we don't tell them say you will get in trouble because of the things that you are saying. Yes, we don't tell them say you will get in trouble because of the things that you are saying. So, you know, we mean I say we will not be no say they will get in trouble. We will just want to make sure say me they know say they actively find thing they will collaborate, they complain, people they don't complain them from everywhere. So at the end of the day, they have themselves to blame. Now bravado. Sister Ruth, that message where Capo Daniel be put outside the talk thank you for so. You know so we cook and cook may sound like say Capo Daniel be the tang na really for no. We cook that thing na cook for you for listen and check say it really tang na for no. Na Capo Daniel be the follow na AGovC that talking point because you know na the period that way AGovC be one for being at the prime person where they negotiate for Southern Cameroonians. So they be see something like say na achievement for AGovC. So Capo Daniel no be the tank Paul Biaso na like Capo Daniel. It be the tank Paul Biaso na some way that way AGovC be the reach out. They want to look like say they don't conquer the negotiation part for problem. So when you want to talk about that, thank you. He's the president of Cameroon, His Excellency Bobia. No, when you want to talk about that, no say we will cook that particular video na cook and we if you see and then check say na all thing that we talk about. No, the man be there inside some process. He was in a process. When you be there like say when you hear that one line, say thank you, President Bobia. You know one just talking now everything that we talk about. No, it was a playbook game from AGovC. Yeah, AGovC was aware that Capo Daniel was saying all those things. So it was not a Capo thing.
Dr. Hamilton, Jesus man. But when they do investigation or when they define way for cash criminal, you understand now? I don't think say character matter. Character no ever matter when it comes to evidence-based activities. Which way matter now how you want the information the way one get where you want way it could relate, we could collaborate with which way they charge the people them for be a gang member no mean I say you not be credible for stand witness against your fellow gang member. Yes. And so another one. Because most of the times if you look the high profile criminal investigation cases the way that they get maybe the ringleader, most of the times na gang member they snitch. And someone in the way that they even take a deal with government, they decide to protect them, despite the fact that they participate for that crime, they commit that crime. But the fact say they help for eliminate that dangerous crime, most of the time they give a plea deal. They look and say don't show good faith for come out of that cartel because it's not easy for talk true. You see some people in the way that they die, they go so. So for you, they look and say for you for someone courage for come talk that true is something to be applauded. Just imagine grand banks. That's why you see sometimes in the way that they give amnesty for people. They say, okay, we know say don't commit the kind of crime, they surrender. Take your two for them, come on for public. Can't talk say, I know they do anything again. You know if you kill that kind of person, and you know if you ever talk say, you know one listen to that person when they give testimony, say, okay, when I see I'm so, this thing so that will happen. So this man be do this, this man be do this. So when I don't make that mistake, pa. Capo is a potential credible person if he testify against whatsoever, no matter say be part and parcel of the group. He was part and parcel of the system. It be credible. And testimony the way Capo will jam, they will take us serious. We'll talk say they don't be prosecute Capo Daniel. No, that's not what we mean. But the time will tell you say Capo Daniel, you don't know what Capo Daniel don't do. So that Capo Daniel don't take a plea deal for this whole situation. So no surprise. Yes. This man for how they call him, this man for Uganda, the Lord Jesus man, where United Nations don't beg you say, come on for bush camp, can't take your plea deal. He decide for the work around. Now the work fine. You just say that man for come out as United Nations be called this International Criminal Court because me come so. You just say they will prosecute you. No, they don't prosecute you. They for maintain which way they talk him. But because he deny, if they take it now he get himself to be blamed. So you don't know. Maybe Capo didn't have Canada. So Capo for come up China or Hong Kong, go Canada. For corner America, they arrest people, they ban people. Think can be ahead. America, Canada and America, they no ban Ayaba. Believe Capo.
No, but you know, say, Pafon, you get right for Corrijonda. You know, be that ever come outside deny that very audio. Any man where you put your statement out. If that statement no be being a coin now, it no be being for you. Eh? If it no be being for you and for the agenda where you carry out, you get right for go do correction. If I put my audio out, the audio the cooker high as I go she don't see and say dey na work under my agenda, I get right but can't do correction that. But it no be ever do correction and for day where that audio stand test. Stand the test of time because if you go play that audio, if you come out all time, even thing the way some people talk sometimes, correct, you can't do correction, but for that one, you ever do correction. So now for day, that one get reference.
Canada.
Advocates, I like that example we give for Connie, that Connie guy for Uganda. I like that example we give. You know, say all kinds of we don't take for table for that guy for sign up. He only the tonton no. So they go reach for level now where they indict him for international criminal court for crimes against humanity. When they indict you now, he start talk say in order for you to sign any negotiation, they get to cancel, they get to stop they get to stop for pursue that charges the international criminal court because the guy don't raise and say it don't bad. If he sign any deal, they will also still extradite him. So now after I don't make all that error, you see for tonton, but you see what happen for you. It take now 24 hours for CNN, BBC, and who again for move some one documentary simultaneously about the guy. The guy just turned a fugitive. Up to now, so his life don't end. His life now only inside grass. Me say Amber boy they even better. But when that was somebody who had a lot of power, but what it happened, he don't know how to choose when for sit down. He don't know how to choose when to sit down because, like a good fighter, you have to know when to sit down. You have to know when to make bravado. You have to know when to make noise, like a good fighter. Yes, but he did not know. Just like Amber General them, they don't know the time for retreat and the time for go fight. They don't know the time to make noise and the time to lay low. They don't know it. Like the consequences of that all. Sometimes, Sister Ruth, might tell you something. Something they will get to understand about Ambazonian struggle. So I don't know whether I don't understand it very well. So event that it happen for Ambazonian struggle where they speed for that event the highway, you don't even make correction. You don't understand no? Only yesterday you will see how AGovC member they can't make noise about how they don't kill 6 Ekelebe. No mean I say that they kill them all, that different point they kill them. They don't can't make noise. They no break. We don't reach for level where 2 of their main member them they don't catch them. At the end of the day now, you say they were talking about waiting. About 6 Ekelebe where they kill them again. They don't get time again to talk about 6 Ekelebe because waiting don't happen past that incident where they don't even get any idea for how that incident happened. They just there for see images there for social media make noise as way me and you would see them. So understand, inside the liberation struggle, don't be proven. Say some event that happen for where you cannot even control or come out and correct. You just wait that the next event will take them, continue with them. So nobody say Capo Daniel no be ever talk say that talk way we talk you no be mean anything as the principle. If we talk even AGovC people them they can't deny. That will cook that video come out of outside where they say thank you His Excellency Pobia President Okamuta will cook the video. Even AGovC member them they become African defend and say no be that way Capo Daniel mean Capo Daniel need the praise na La Republique and this and that and this and that. No, even in member they become more talker. Now just say that was a period when there was a lot going on. So event nobody sleep 2 days. AGovC don't push me for this struggle. When I don't even understand. AGovC they can't wait where AGovC don't distract me for this struggle. When I only need to go back for the event, the way they don't happen for this struggle to understand the amount of distraction we don't get for AGovC. Because every day AGovC be the get something way, nothing way it will distract. We will talk about them for the whole day. Every day AGovC be the come up with something we will talk about them the whole day. Leave the one for yesterday, we don't talk, we never fix them. So this struggle was really terrible. AGovC don't distract me enough inside this Southern Cameroonian quest. So sometimes when I need to remember them. By the end of the day, they don't distract we, who don't win for the distraction? Only them. Like I be talk say fire away the cash over the burn itself. Only them don't burn themselves inside the distraction. Advocate Sama Thomas get right for run. You see no? You know say we don't tell them so can say we will push una to errors. We will push una to errors. Sama Thomas say they take Sama Thomas, say Sama Thomas will wear. Sama Thomas no ever can wear. Just that statement when Sama Thomas be talk say make them go out, go keep people, they make them forget about Geneva Convention. Just that statement alone, if they take Sama Thomas don't die. If they take Sama Thomas will confirm code. Because sometimes when they can't argue we for forum, when I take say when I go frighten we by the thing when I talk. Why when I frighten we by the thing when I do am, not by the thing when I talk. When I frighten we by the thing when I do that, the people mush don't check say when I fight war like when I fight that war so now go win. When I can't frighten we like English speaking Southern Cameroonians them. Like when I can't frighten we your own, you come and frighten us and tell us how you cut our heads, cut people's head and put on the tree. Tell people not to go to Cameroon for whatever reason. They will arrest them, mean and catch bush fall at them. All some of those things where this guy they went around and were talking, my brother. Those things were very dangerous things. At the end of the day, you don't take away the focus for the struggle. We don't deny for the crimes the way they don't be committed in the struggle. The struggle is not something to talk about now. It's the criminal intent. People they begin them around the struggle. Now you don't finally be case. Little by little. We go for closing remark. I don't tell them. Say we don't start near closing remark. Me everybody be careful. Me they no use you. Close case Ambazonia struggle with them.